Hi everyone and welcome. This is the last in a series of 3 videos configuring routing with our variable length subnet mask example. In this video we will be configuring the routing between the region hub and the store router. I'm going to start off with our region hub. In this case what we need to do is configure our interface that goes out to the store first. If we look at the current configuration of IP on our router, we can see that gigabit 1 at this point in time is unassigned and it is down. So we'll start by configuring that. There's our IP address. We will bring up the interface. And we're set to go for that. Once we have configured the store router, then that interface will come up. The other thing we can do while we're here is configure the route to send traffic to the store router. Again, we're going to configure an IP route. There is our network to the store, 10.32.80.0, and that is /23. And that needs to go to the IP address on the store router that is connected to the regional hub router. Excellent. So we've got that configured. That route will, of course, appear in the routing table once we have configured the other end. Let's switch over to the store router. Here we have nothing configured yet. We need to configure interface gigabit 0, which connects back to the regional hub router. And we'll configure the IP address. Like so. And we will bring the interface up. We can see that that's now alive. And we need to configure the route that will take us back to the rest of the corporate network. Like we've done before, we're going to use 10.000/8 for that. So IP route. So all corporate traffic that is not local to the store. And this is going to have to go to the connecting interface on the region hub router. So all we have to do for that. And at this point in time, we can test this. So we'll ping back to the interface to the LAN router for head office. And after a couple of ARPs, we can see that that is successful. The only thing that we need to do now is we will configure up the interfaces on the store router for all of the subnets. We're going to use loopback interfaces for this simply because we don't have all of the physical interfaces, but it'll be similar enough that we can see how we take care of configuring all of that. First network is production Wi-Fi, 10.32.80.0/24. So that is now configured. We will set up another loopback adapter. We'll make this one wired endpoint. This one is a /26 network. We can set up an interface for voice over IP. Once again, that is a /26 network. You can now set up the guest Wi-Fi interface. Once again, a /26 network. Now we can set up our management network. This one is a /27 network. And finally, we'll set up our network services network. And once again, that is a /27. Let's take a look at IP configured on our router. And we can see the IP address is assigned to the 5 loopback interfaces that we just created. While we're here, we'll take a look at the effect on the routing table. Once again, we can see the entries for the 5 loopback interfaces that we created. And once again, this being variable length subnet mask, notice that we have different sizes of networks. So loopback 0, which is production Wi-Fi /24, we have 3/26 networks for wired endpoint, VoIP, and guest Wi-Fi. And then we have 2/27 networks for management and network services. Last thing I want to do, just to show that this is going to be behaving properly, let's go back to the headquarters router and make sure that we can ping out to store 1. I should be able to ping any one of the loopback interfaces from here. And after a couple of ARPs, we can see that that successfully pings through, and that is telling us that routing is configured on our head office LAN, head office hub, region 1 hub, and store 1 routers all correctly, because we can now ping from one end of our network to the other. That's a wrap for this video and for the video series. Hopefully this has been helpful for you, and we'll see you next time.